Thomas Page McBee locks eyes with a mugger in a dim North Carolina parking lot. It's 2010. Fear floods him deeper than just the threat of violence. This moment cracks open a question he can't shake. What does it really mean to be a man? But before we jump into that confrontation, there's a darker shadow lurking, a father's abuse that shaped him long before the mugging. How do these violent moments rewrite a life? Let's get into it. McBee faces violence twice, once from a brutal father, once from a violent stranger. These moments aren't just trauma, they're clues into a broken blueprint of manhood. Growing up, McBee's father was a towering presence, his fists landing like thunderclaps in the quiet rooms of their home in rural North Carolina. The constant threat was a twisted lesson. Manhood meant control through fear. McBee's childhood was a pressure cooker of love and violence, silence and outbursts, teaching him early on that being a man came with a heavy, painful cost. Think of male violence like a domino effect, one push setting off a cascade of actions, often unconscious, passed from generation to generation. McBee exposes this brutal hand-me-down pattern, comparing it to a family recipe gone wrong, toxic behaviors served up as tradition, repeated because no one's taught any better way. But here's the twist: McBee isn't trapped by the past. His brush with violence from the mugger and the memory sparks a fierce urge to write his own rules. Instead of silence, he finds voice. Instead of destruction, he chooses creation. His transition from female to male becomes not just identity, but a radical redefinition of what it means to be a man, one rooted in vulnerability and courage. Standing face to face with a mugger, McBee is a man and not a man, all at once, caught between identity, fear, and what masculinity demands. At 26, McBee steps into that parking lot, newly out as transgender, when a man lunges with a knife. The mugging isn't just about survival, it's a violent test of identity. As the mugger snarls, "You ain't one of us," McBee feels stripped to raw nerve, forced to reckon with what being a man really means, not just physically but deeply and socially. Imagine trying to rewrite a blockbuster script halfway through the film. That's McBee's experience transitioning amidst expectations for masculinity that are rigid and unforgiving. His body says one thing, society demands another. This clash is raw and revealing, like a tug-of-war with no clear winner, spotlighting how manhood is really a social performance anyone can relearn. Emerging from that night, McBee isn't defeated. Instead, he creates a new definition. Manhood becomes less about proving toughness or violence, more about living honestly and owning one's story. The mugging, once a symbol of danger, morphs into a catalyst for profound personal freedom and a challenge to all of us to rethink what true strength looks like. McBee's journey isn't just personal. It's a map out of damaged traditions into a broader, braver understanding of what it means to be a man today. McBee wrestles with two pivotal men, his father, violent and flawed, and the mugger, a stranger but mirror. They show him what to reject and, paradoxically, what to understand. He realizes no man is perfect. Manhood isn't a trophy to earn, but a complicated, often broken story we inherit and question. This acceptance frees him from chasing outdated ideals. Throughout the book, McBee's sharp wit and gentle humor slice through heavy themes like a beam of light in a dark room. His humility disarms expectations of macho bravado, revealing that laughter and self-awareness are powerful tools to dismantle toxic masculinity. It's like discovering a secret weapon in the battle of identity, one that's both human and hilariously relatable. Instead of offering a closed conclusion, McBee invites us into an experiment. Manhood is a verb, not a noun. It's a risk we take every day. His transition and reflections show it's about showing up with honesty, curiosity, and sometimes messy vulnerability. The journey reshapes not just who he is, but what anyone thinking deeply about gender and identity might become. Remember that parking lot night, that raw moment where McBee's past and present collide? It isn't just a story about violence or transition, but a wake-up call. Manhood is messy and personal. Here's a quick try this. Next time you catch yourself boxing someone into man or not man, pause, ask yourself, whose story am I really seeing? That small moment might just begin your own rewrite. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.